I was like 120 pounds until my junior year. And all my friends, I didn't play any sports in high school, but all my friends were like big football wrestlers, you know.
Yeah.
And I just got kind of sick of being the small guy. You know?
Well, how do you keep up with it? Like, yeah, I see you got some weights. You like constantly, like when you're in tour, you're in the studio. Like, how do you keep that going?
I just try to lift every day. You know,
Yeah.
I lose weight really fast. Like, I'll go home. I'll be home for like 3 months, and I'll be doing really well, and then I leave for tour, and I'll lose like 20 pounds. You know?
On tour?
Like, yeah, on tour.
Okay.
A lot of it's like water weight and shit.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it is just not eating right, because you know
Constantly moving.
You always gotta be somewhere at a certain time. So like eating is always like McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah.
We just had Carl's Jr. for the first time, and it was fucking awful. You know, so you're just eating shit like that all the time, and it sucks. And so like every time I come home from tour, it's like I'm like restarting everything I worked for. It's kind of frustrating, but you gotta do it. You know, I'd rather keep going than just give up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, do you have like dietary restriction, like things you can eat, or like on tour, or like things you're like, yo, I gotta cut this out, or even at home?
No, not really. At home, I actually, because I used to be a firm believer in eat whatever you want. Just because I'm naturally skinny, so I can kind of get away with eating like bullshit all the time.
Metabolism kind of type of thing.
Yeah, but then I start, as I get older, I start reading more about like cholesterol and shit, and it kind of makes me nervous.
Freaks you out a little bit.
And like a lot of people are dying because of heart problems and shit, so I'm like, all right, everything I eat now is clean, and I just feel better. You know, I have more energy. I'm like, I used to like eat like 30 pizza rolls every day. You know, pizza rolls are badass, but I don't do it anymore. But and I just feel better, you know. That's so cool. It's just about living a little healthier lifestyle, you know. So that, and combined with exercising, I box and shit, and I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like last year with I played in a band called Citizen with our bassist, and like just that on top of eating well, lifting weights, doing all the cardio from the mixed martial arts and shit, it's just like you just feel so good, you know. If I'm like sitting around doing nothing all day, and then for like a Citizen set where I'm basically like yelling for an hour straight, I'm sure if I was just doing nothing all day every day, I would be a little gassed after. But
did you influence maybe even like your band or surrounding people, tour managers, any of those guys to kind of get in on it?
I think I got into our drummer Jake of Citizen, his head. He works out pretty regularly now. He might have worked out before because he's always been in pretty good shape, but I know that he's a little more into it now. Eric, he's always lifted weights with me. Our guitarist Ryland, Ryland will get and have some really good habits, and he like progresses so much, and then he just quits. Yeah. And he'll quit for like a year and a half, and then he'll get back into it, and he'll make so much progress, and he just quits. I don't know why he wouldn't just keep doing it, but. We've been on this tour, and you know, I got everybody in with me right now on this Anthony Green tour lifts. That's you know, awesome. our drummer Lurka, he raps. Check him out. SoundCloud, Lurka, right? Lurka, right? Yeah. That's it. He only squats, which is crazy because most people don't like squatting. Yeah. You know, the average gym goer, but he squats, and he squats nice, real nice. Our tour manager is pretty big. Our guitarist is like a short, stocky guy. My girlfriend, she's really strong. She squatted 265. That's awesome. Which is awesome. She deadlifted 265, and I don't know how much she never benches. She only likes to squat and deadlift. But so I feel like it rubs off, and you know, you're just like you're not doing too much on the road anyway. So like when you just have all this downtime, and I have these interchangeable weights, like why wouldn't you use them? I think everybody just kind of thinks like that.
They're around, you know.
Citizen's guitarist Nick though won't work out. No, he won't. He doesn't care at all. He just likes chilling. He eats like shit and drinks pop all the time, and he's content with it.
The opposite, yeah.
If that's his thing, you know, it's his thing.
Yeah. Well, I noticed like on some tours like that we're on, or that I see other bands on as well, that you do like some sort of competition a lot of times if you're on the road a long time. Do you ever like with other bands like get into like any sort of like lifting thing or any sort of like health in general? There's
a lot of silent competitions.
Okay.
Like if I see if I see someone using these dumbbells like flat pressing like the 60s, then I'll like pull out the 90s and do more than them.
Yeah.
You know, if I can.
Yeah.
But I think that's like everybody kind of does that.
Yeah, this is silent competition.
Yeah, it's a silent competition. As like douchey as it sounds, it's just like a good way to be motivated, I guess.
Yeah, no,
You
for
know,
sure. Yeah.
Everybody likes competition.
Exactly.
You know, so
It helps for sure. It keeps the levels rising always.
Yeah,
it's good.
for sure.
You need it in music and almost everything else too. I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
just any way to push yourself. You know, it's all
Exactly.
good.
Cool.
As long as you're not being a dick.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely that's like number one rule almost in general.
Yeah, no matter what you do, just don't be a dick. So.
Cool.